What if I told you there's a Southeast Asian country sitting on over $26 trillion worth of oil, yet it barely produces any? Sounds unbelievable, right? But this is the reality in the Philippines, a nation that's taken a completely different route from its neighbors. While countries like Indonesia and Malaysia have built their economies around oil and gas, the Philippines has managed to grow without it. In fact, it has the least developed oil sector among the 6 major ASEAN nations, producing only about 9,650 barrels per day, while consuming a massive 429,000 barrels daily, making it Southeast Asia's biggest oil importer. So, why is a country sitting on such insane wealth not cashing in? That's the trillion-dollar question. Beneath its waters lies an energy jackpot that could rewrite the country's future. The Reed Bank and Mischief Reef in the Spratly Islands hold a massive portion of these untapped reserves. A joint report from the US Geological Survey and China's Ministry of Geology estimates the Spratlys alone contain 17.1 billion barrels of oil. And now, new discoveries in the Celebes Sea, specifically in the Usulu region, may push the total value even higher than the $26.3 trillion estimate already on the table. To give you perspective, Kuwait, one of the top oil-producing giants on Earth, has around 13 billion barrels. That means the Philippines could be sitting on more oil than some of the world's biggest energy powerhouses. This kind of hidden wealth has the potential to completely transform the nation's economy, reduce its dependency on fuel imports, and lift millions out of poverty. Imagine the possibilities if gas prices finally stopped rising, and the country became an exporter instead of an importer. And change may already be knocking. The government has started reviving the Cadlao oil field, dormant since the early 90s, which holds around 6.2 million barrels of recoverable oil. While it may not flip the entire energy landscape overnight, it's a strong signal that the Philippines is getting serious about its energy future. Every drop pumped locally helps the country regain control over its fuel supply. So, why hasn't this oil-rich nation made its big move yet? What political or geopolitical forces are keeping the lid on this treasure chest? Smash that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments, and hit subscribe. Because in the next episode, we're uncovering the international power struggle that's keeping this oil buried. You won't want to miss it. If everything goes according to plan, the Philippines could kick off new oil production as early as 2024. But time is running out for one of the country's most critical energy lifelines, the Malampaya natural gas fields, expected to dry up by 2027. For years, Malampaya, located about 50 kilometers off Palawan's western coast, has been a powerhouse in the nation's energy supply. Since launching, it's pumped out 1.9 trillion standard cubic feet of natural gas and 75 million barrels of natural gas liquids. This single field has powered 5 major plants on Luzon, the country's largest island, with a combined energy output of 3,200 megawatts. That's a huge piece of the energy puzzle. And now, as Malampaya nears its end, the question is, what comes next? Turns out, the energy story of the Philippines is just getting started. Promising new oil and gas sites are popping up both inland and offshore. We're talking about regions like northern Cagayan, the Ragay Gulf in Bicol, offshore Mindoro, the new Palawan block, northern Cebu, and the Cotabato Basin. And here's where things really get exciting. In 2018, the Department of Energy, partnering with China International Mining Petroleum Company Limited, made a big discovery in Alegria, Cebu, an estimated 27.9 million barrels of oil, with 3.4 million barrels believed to be recoverable. But that's not all. They also uncovered 9.4 billion cubic feet of natural gas, with 6.6 billion cubic feet being recoverable, roughly 70% of the total find. Now imagine this. Deep in Mindanao, the vast and often overlooked Liguasan Marsh, spanning across Cotabato, Maguindanao, and Sultan Kudarat, hides a treasure beneath its wetlands. A jaw-dropping 3.4 trillion cubic feet of natural gas and 4.8 billion barrels of crude oil. Recently, the Department of Energy gave the green light to SK Liguasan Oil and Gas Corporation to begin development in this area. If successful, this move could redefine the entire energy landscape of southern Philippines. And then there's the mysterious Benham Rise, off the coast of Aurora Province. Once thought to hold petroleum, it instead revealed something unexpected. Abundant minerals and an exotic energy source. Gas hydrates, also known as fire ice. These frozen methane reserves lie in deep ocean beds and under polar ice, and they could be the next big game changer in global energy, potentially more plentiful than all the world's oil, natural gas, and coal combined. But here's the catch. They're tricky to extract, only remaining stable under precise conditions. Still, if scientists unlock the tech to harvest gas hydrates safely and affordably, the Philippines could be at the forefront of a global energy revolution. The country is already setting its sights on several untapped areas within its undisputed territories, including the Sulu Sea, parts of the Celebes Sea, and of course, the mighty Reed Bank and Mischief Reef in the Palawan Group. These aren't just names on a map. They could be the keys to true energy independence. With global demand rising and local fields nearing exhaustion, the race is on. Will the Philippines step into its energy destiny, or let it slip through its fingers? Stay tuned, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe, because the next episode reveals the hidden players shaping this high-stakes energy game. A silent power struggle is unfolding beneath the waves of the South China Sea, and the Philippines is right at the center of it. Back in 2011, the Hydrocarbons Technology Industry Journal spotlighted the Philippines as one of the hottest new frontiers for oil exploration. Alongside Argentina, 4 key areas were singled out: the Spratly Islands, Sulu Sea, Celebes Sea, and the Philippine Sea. These aren't just exotic names. They're believed to be sitting on massive untapped petroleum reserves. But the biggest prize of all? It might lie deep within the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, BRMM. Experts believe this region holds enormous potential, and energy consultants like Ishak Mastura have even outlined 2 of the most promising sedimentary basins, one offshore in the Sulu Sea and another inland in Cotabato. According to the Philippine Department of Energy, the Sulu Sea Basin alone could contain 203 million barrels of oil equivalent, while Cotabato is sitting on 159 million barrels of oil and 29 billion cubic feet of natural gas. The best part? Unlike the contested Spratly Islands, these areas lie within the Philippines' undisputed territory, making them prime candidates for rapid development. Just last month, the Department of Energy made a bold call, urging the government to speed up gas exploration in Recto Bank, currently under the watch of billionaire Manuel V. Pangilinan. The momentum is building, and the clock is ticking. From the Visayas to Bukidnon, and all the way to northern Luzon, vast hydrocarbon reserves are believed to be waiting within the Philippines' 200-mile exclusive economic zone. But with all this potential just beneath the surface, why hasn't the country cashed in? Here's the catch. It's not about lack of resources, it's about risk. The South China Sea is a geopolitical flashpoint. A complex web of territorial disputes has kept investors on edge, involving China, Taiwan, Malaysia, Vietnam, Brunei, and of course, the Philippines. This region, packed with reefs, shoals, and cays, is estimated to be worth over $26.3 trillion in resources. That's enough to transform the Philippines into a global energy powerhouse. But fear of conflict and political tension have kept much of the oil and gas sector frozen for years. Still, the tides may be turning. The current administration is pushing forward, hard, determined to unlock the country's natural wealth. Their mission? To secure energy independence, create jobs, attract investors, and build a stronger economy for the next generation of Filipinos. The road ahead is complicated, but the prize is undeniable. With political will, international partnerships, and a renewed focus on domestic exploration, the Philippines just might turn its energy dreams into reality. So, is the country ready to rewrite its energy future? Or will this trillion-dollar opportunity remain buried beneath the sea? Stick around, because this is just the beginning. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Philippines' untapped energy empire.